Mallorca welcome the beginning of a new season at a new home. The Samoa Stadium full to capacity for the biggest season in their recent history. And today, a chance to get the season underway in the best possible fashion by inflicting defeat on Real Madrid. New Argentine coach Mario Gomez has a really tough act to follow here. The summer has been punctuated by a series of high-profile departures and low-key arrivals. Along with Hector Cooper went Dani Marcelino and the keeper Roa. And amongst the new arrivals, striker Quinteros from Argentina Juniors and Zerezuela, who makes it on the bench. Much then rests on the shoulders of the experienced, such as Stankovic, Soler and Laurent. So, what of Real Madrid then? And a manager that seems to have the words stopgap printed above his head. A host of major summer signings, including the record purchase of Anelka and Steve McManaman, both of whom are not Prošek buys. He does, though, have something to smile about. The internal problems now seem resolved with the exit of Suka Mijatovic and Panucci, leaving just the Clarence Seedorf situation unsolved. Anelka then gets his debut today, playing alongside his preferred partner in Morientes. Debut too for Julio Cesar, who arrives in the summer from Valladolid. Steve McManaman makes it to the bench, and there's injuries too to Elvir Baljic, who signed in the summer from Fenerbahce, and Ivan Helguera of Espanyol, who doesn't make it into the side either this afternoon. Early touch for Roberto Carlos, but he's taken really out of the game very quickly, and Quinteros with a chance in the very opening minute to get Mallorca off to a flying start. Anelka has already been much in the press talking about his favoured partners, and he's already created a storm in Barcelona with Rivaldo announcing to the world and anybody who wants to listen that he's a better player than he is. This is Delgado. That's a great through ball. Morientes. Anelka is on the edge of the 6-yard area. That's Raul with the first go. Raul with the second go. It looked like a handball. And the referee waves away any protests, and Burgos gets away with it. There's Morientes, and Anelka had his arm raised. And Raul had two bites of the cherry, couldn't get it on either occasion. A definite look of handball. Here is Nicolas Anelka trying to run at Severio. Still going. Anelka gets a lucky bend. Cesar in front. This is Raul looking to make space. Roberto Carlos. Raul making his way into the penalty area, but Raul was not needed as Roberto Carlos puts Burgos under pressure at his near post. Luckily for him, clear high and wide. Again, breaking play up easily in the middle of the field. This is Ngonga. Totally unchallenged, 20-yard run by Ngonga. Madryt standing off. Quinteros is in the middle and around the side of Ilsner's post. And it was a shot from Carlos and Bodo Ilsner. He looked to have it covered it. Quinteros enjoyed a really successful season with Argentina Juniors last season. Cesar, that's another defense-splitting pass, and Raul this time hits the post. He's still there. Another great opportunity for Real Madrid. Wonderful ball from Cesar. Severio. And again, Ilsner scrambling across his goal, had it covered as the half-time whistle goes, and Real Madrid have had the better of the chances in this first half. Mallorca have created very little. No changes then at half-time. Steve McManaman still on the bench. And Clarence Seedorf has gone public before this game about his differences with the manager. It was a controversial decision by Prošek to leave him completely out of contention, even for a squad place here today. There's Raul once again. Anelka through the middle. And Seedorf has announced to the press at half-time that he will be seeking talks with the board. Later on this week he's available for around £15 million, that is, and is reportedly interesting a host of clubs, especially in Italy, notably Inter Milan. Now there's Anelka. First chance, first real chance for Anelka. Got away from his marker and rose unattended. Salgado and Julio Cesar linked really well throughout the course of this game. That's going to be a penalty. Severio bringing down Morientes, and the referee in no doubt whatsoever. And you don't even need to look at that twice. A penalty for Real Madrid. And here comes Diego, and the trailing leg of Burgos has saved the day for Mallorca. And he very rarely misses those, Fernando Hierro. Straight down the line, straight down the middle, and Burgos' trailing leg keeps it at 0-0. Stankovic is fouled. Not been in the game an awful lot. Barging through, that's going to be a goal for the number 8, that's Carlos. And Mallorca have the lead. Question marks will be raised about Bodo Ilsner's performance there from that free kick. Was nowhere near the ball, and Quinteros it was who came barging through that put him off and took the ball almost out of his hands. He was just stood there just waiting for it to drop to safety. Roberto Carlos going on his own and almost spilt by Burgos in front of Raul. And looks as though it may have taken a deflection. That was just a wicked swerve on the ball. And substitutions then to be made. Steve McManaman makes his debut in the Primera Liga, with Real Madrid in need of some inspiration from somewhere, totally lacking in the middle of the field. It's been a pretty barren second half for Madrid so far. A long-range effort. Well, he's getting closer. Well, they lost one goalkeeper, Roa, to the cloth. And this one, Burgos, well, he reportedly prefers a bit of Metallica to Mallorca. And another substitution. Madryt for Quinteros receives a big round of applause. A positive opening by the Argentinian. And Madryt to a bit more steel in the middle of the field. There's Redondo. And Juki is about to make his way on for Nicolas Anelka. And whistles around the ground as Anelka comes off and gets prepared to meet the friendly Spanish press afterwards. And big applause as well for Ndonga. And taking his place, one of the hardest men in Spanish football over the past decade, Nadal, the animal or the beast, whatever you prefer to call him. And the third and final substitution, Cerezuela. Another Argentine arrived from Lanús this summer. More defending to do here as Ilsner. Well, again, not the best use of the ball by the German international keeper. And that's not a bad attempt on goal either. Once again, Carlos showing his ability from inside the penalty area. No problem with the power or the accuracy. That's the positioning this time. McManaman, that's a lovely ball through the middle, and it's the equalising goal. And it's been scored by Morientes, but it was made by the substitute, Steve McManaman. A lovely first-time ball by Steve McManaman. And certainly it was not an easy finish for Morientes. Kept his head, stayed cool, and Madrid are back in the game. Gonga. Standing might be nobody in particular. And there's Raul. Oh, what a fabulous finish. And it's been something he's threatened to do since the opening minute of the game. Wonderful strike by the top scorer for Real Madrid last season. The first Spaniard to take the Golden Boot last season since way back in 1992. And what a start this season. 2 goals then in virtual injury time. Enough to seal an opening day victory for Real Madrid. And a happy opening day for Steve McManaman as well.